What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pro Source Pod. I'm Eric. This is Nick. Today, we're going to be talking about the JUCO route. If you don't know what JUCO is, it's junior college.
JUCO or not to JUCO?
To JUCO or to not to JUCO, that was a word salad. To JUCO or to not JUCO, coming from two former JUCO bandits. You go ahead and start it off here, big fella.
So you think that my take's a little bit cold, but knowing what we know now, we would have been better off. I don't know about for.
Well,
Actually,
you're
no,
kind of walking it back.
No. I'm saying I'm don't know about for you because I forget what your situation was. You almost went to Southern Charleston, right?
Yeah, Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
D1.
Are they mid-major?
Yeah, they're mid-major.
Okay. Well, either way, so
they're better now than when I was committed there.
So for you, right, was that at that time? I'm gonna walk you through your situation and then a little bit of my situation in terms of what could have been.
Let's do it.
Knowing what we know now. So obviously Kev. Kevin AC. He was my boy in high school. Josh Hood, another one of the dudes went to high school with. All graduated together. They both went to Penn. At one point, Nick was talking to Penn. Whole thing went JUCO. Not important. But what I will say in terms of what's going on with all that, Josh ended up after sophomore year, especially with COVID and everything, things got wild and the rules changed. And that's when the transfer portal became a giant thing. So before there used to be rules limiting what you can do with transferring, where it was you'd have to wait out, or if you were going to transfer and you wanted to play immediately, you would transfer for a fall season to a JUCO. And then from there, you would transfer to the 4-year for the spring semester. So, things used to be a lot different. Now you can willy-nilly just enter the portal and go wherever you want. So, Josh went to NC State, and he got drafted in the 5th round at NC State. So, he did really well at Penn, went to NC State. His dream was always to go to ACC. Kev had the same chance to go kind of wherever he wanted for his grad year after he was done being the Ivy League Pitcher of the Year. He went to UNC and was their closer. So it's knowing all of that stuff, you could go to a lower tier D1, or you could even go to a D2. Not saying if you went D2 or a D3 that if you dominate, you're going to go to an ACC school. But through the transfer portal and the way it is now, you'd at least be able to go to a competitive mid-major or somewhere that you didn't have a chance to before. So if you're at a high school was Charleston Southern, right? Let's say you go to UMass Lowell, they stink. That's not the point though. You go dominate and break records there for your 3rd year. You could probably transfer
Power 5 school.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah,
go anywhere pretty easily.
Yeah,
you can pretty much go wherever you want in Power 5 schools, excluding a couple. There's some limitations, but
that I agree with. So it's you
wasn't
do that at
that.
a JUCO too.
But it
depends.
No, you're better off.
It depends
going
on
to
what JUCO you go to. It really does.
You're better off going to a 4-year now.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it would depend on the 4-year too.
JUCO, the way JUCO is, if you go JUCO, you're not leaving after 1 year. You're going to be there for 2 years.
That's not always true.
More than likely, you're probably going to be there 2 years. That's the way it really is. It's very rare that someone's gone in 1 year
after to leave.
You're not really some people get drafted after one. When at Cumberland, JoJo got drafted. He was a sophomore, so he was there for 2 years.
Yeah, some people will just go to JUCO to get drafted because they know they're.
But it's rare now. It's not as common now because they changed the draft eligibility rules now too. So
also, if you're eliminated half the rounds.
Yeah, so it's either what so if you actually look at the draft numbers from divisions, it's skewed to D1 now because all of them are 27.
Yeah.
You're going to redshirt. You're probably not going to play right away. Go somewhere you're going to play instead of sitting, right? You go JUCO, your options likely are certain schools. Campbell, for instance, they feast off of JUCO kids.
Yes.
Talk to Campbell a little bit. Kid on our team went to Campbell, Dylan Scaranda. He ended up leaving there. It's a whole thing. But they feast, there's certain schools that feast off of JUCO kids. Yeah. Coastal.
Mm-hmm. RCG's a feeder program for Coastal.
Yeah, exactly. So they're
100%.
But you don't see as many kids from JUCO going to the biggest like in the best, if that makes sense. Where you'll see a kid go to Stony Brook and then transfer to Wake.
So yeah, it's more so.
So that like that's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like
Now,
and Stony Brook isn't like the cream of the crop. Stony Brook's good.
Stony Brook's good.
Stony Brook's good.
Well,
but like,
now your take is a little bit warmer. When
Yeah,
you, when
now
you
it makes more
describe
sense,
it.
right?
Yeah. Now, when you describe it this way, like going from a JUCO and then going to like a mid-major school and then going to that ACC school, that SEC school, your Power 5 for that grad year, that's more, yeah,
And it
that's
depends
more what
your-
you see now. But a couple years ago, it
wasn't-
was
wasn't,
like, dude,
yeah.
you can go to a JUCO for 2 years and go to a fucking, well, Vanderbilt doesn't really recruit to
No.
JUCO, but you can go to like, I don't know, dude, a Stetson, no, not Stetson. They're not.
there's no
Power
chance of
5.
going to UNC.
Not UNC. There's
Probably not going to Wake.
like an Ohio State. Like an Ohio State. That's a
fair.
Power 5
No,
school.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Penn State. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
But like you see what I'm saying? What I'm talking
or
about?
like a
the tier.
Maryland.
But like if you also look now, since they cut the rounds, right? It's like the bulk of it, like over like 70% is mainly like D1.
Mhm.
Like then it's like fraction like high school, and then it goes like D2, D3, very, very limited.
Very limited.
And then
D3.
JUCO is very limited now
Yeah,
too. When it was
100%.
40 rounds, it was like pretty
It's
like
mixed-
across the
mixed
board,
bag,
honestly. It was
yeah.
still D1, but like
It's
now
always
it's
going
like,
to be swayed D1.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like now it's like primarily like SEC, ACC
You
is
might
what's getting
get-
drafted
yeah.
too.
You might get like 1 or 2 D3 kids now getting
Yeah.
drafted. And that's,
especially- and then
that's crazy.
If you look at the tier of what JUCO it is too, before it didn't really matter. Now
Mhm.
it's like specific JUCOs too.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't go to the place that's like your max of you going. Like go somewhere. This sounds so messed up. Go somewhere where you actually have a chance to compete. Like not just like, oh, I could have a chance to compete. Like no, like realistically look at it. Like when can you play right away? And do you agree with the program? Like, are you going to have a chance to do what you need to develop? Where it's like, okay, I might be here for 2 years, and I can dominate. And if I do what I need to, I can get out and go somewhere really cool.
Yeah.
If that's what you want. Or honestly, at that point, if you really just want to dominate there, you can. And then like you probably are still gonna be in the mix to get drafted. Probably not as high. So like your draft stock's gonna change because if you go to ACC or SEC, I don't even know if it's like Power 5, but like at ACC, SEC, if you go there, your stock's gonna go up dramatically because you're facing all the top talent. Because those two conferences have it all.
Absolutely.
And like that's where the bulk of the high round picks are coming
They're,
from.
they're all coming
So it's
from
like
those
you go
schools,
from a dude who
yes.
is absolutely dominating in like, say, just we're gonna use UMass Lowell. You're over at UMass Lowell and you're breaking school records. No one takes you serious because who you're facing. Transfer to ACC, you don't dominate, but you hang like you carry your own. Like you compete, and not just compete. Like you do well. Like, are you the best? No, but like you're above average there. Well, now instead of becoming like a dude who's gonna be like a late round flyer or signee, now it's like okay, no, he can play. Like maybe you're a mid round pick. So it's like that's what the game becomes. It depends what you're trying to do. So it's like to me, I think JUCO at this point, it's like unless that's like your only option, don't go JUCO. And then there's the financial side of everything. Like I don't know what's going on with
sure.
like everyone's financials and stuff like that. There's not a lot of money in baseball. And that's what no one really talks about. So it's like
There's zero.
there's not a lot of money in
zilch.
baseball. Like if I looked back, I probably would have gone to Lehigh.
Yeah.
And there wasn't much money.
You
coming
probably would have
back.
got academic money though, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
like
you're a high GPA guy.
yeah. So like I would have done that. And it probably would have been way more better. No, it definitely would have been. But it was like it's a whole thing. It's like you don't know until you know. And also the transfer portal didn't really exist like it did today.
I didn't even
Like-
know what the transfer portal was when I was in
So
high school.
so people know too. Like once COVID hit, everything changed. Like not just in the like yeah no in the world.
it
Like,
changed
yeah,
everything.
everything. Like now, like bless his soul, Jerry Peacock, love him, Jerry. If you listen to this, I'm sorry, not throwing you under the bus, but he might be like 27 and still playing.
Well, he's been under the knife a couple times, right?
Yeah, but like the fact that he's had that many like
the fact
red shirts
many
available,
that,
and it's
that
like
many chances,
so it used to
right?
be you only get one red shirt, and like
Yeah.
at most you'd get 5 years.
Yeah.
Now it's changed where there's a
You
COVID
could-
shirt, there's a gray shirt, there's a red shirt. You can get every shirt,
I
medical
tell-
shirt, grad year. They started willy nilly throwing things out.
Dude,
They're like,
it's
hey,
so true.
you get a year, you get a
Yeah.
year, and it's like but like colleges are gonna feast on it because like who do you want, a shrimp dick who's 17 years old, or do you want a fucking 28-year-old man swinging a bat? And like the way Kev kind of like talked about it when he like, because there was him and another kid that took their grad year at UNC together, and it was like he was at the point where it was like, am I gonna let this 18-year-old kid like get a hit off me? No.
Yeah.
And like you go and you just dominate him, because it's like there's something about like there's a difference between man strength and a little boy. So it's like
there's a big difference
yeah,
between
there's a
18
huge
and
yeah,
a 25
there's a
year old.
huge
Yeah,
difference.
Huge
There's
difference.
physical maturity,
Yeah.
like knowing the
That's
game,
a
the
teenager.
mental side.
That's
yeah.
a teenager and a grown man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let some shrimp that get a hit off.
Yeah,
me.
fuck that.
And I'm also not gonna let some punk ass like strike me out. Like
Yeah.
vice versa, it doesn't matter. It's like so you get like an unseasoned pitcher out there facing grown men, dude. Those grown men are gonna rake. It's just like it's a given. Like so colleges are gonna want older people
For sure.
So it's like you go in there and you're like,
They
I'm
don't
gonna play.
care.
Yeah, I'm gonna play right away. I'm gonna do this. It's like, dude, go somewhere where you actually have a chance to compete. Look at the roster. Look who's coming in, going out. Like, dude, when Josh was at NC State, that was Tommy White, Tommy Tanks, freshman year, best player in college baseball on NC State. Next year, gone, transfer portal. Probably got a bag. Going to LSU, NIL money. Like, he's still gonna be
That's
probably the
another thing,
top
too.
pick, top
Yeah.
5 pick, probably. Wait, the draft happened, didn't it? Did he go this year?
I didn't watch any of the draft.
I don't know what happens in
Yeah.
the draft. He might be going back. I don't know.
Who knows?
Like, I don't even
He
know.
can go back if he wants to, and he's gonna make a bag either way because he drops.
It doesn't matter because
He
he's at
drops
LSU.
fucking dick.
He's
yeah.
at LSU. He dominates. He's getting NIL money, and a lot of people would like. It's different from baseball because there's not that much money in baseball. But like, if you're on like an LSU and like you were dominating, you're probably getting something. Like, don't get me started.
1000%.
But,
That's
like,
a whole different conversation.
Yeah, but if you were playing football or something, it's like those guys are known. Like Caleb Williams, he was like, if it's not like a team that I want to go to, I can just go back. I have another year of eligibility. I'm already making millions of dollars. Like I
Yeah.
don't need to go to the pros to get paid.
Yeah.
It's different baseball. Obviously, it's different baseball, but it's like if you're Tommy Tanks and it's like, well, I can just I don't know if my draft stocks where I want to be. Like I can go back. Like I don't know what the hell happened or if you got drafted.
I mean,
or if
yeah,
you went, didn't
you
go,
run
but
the
it's like,
risk of
No,
if
yeah,
you-
but
if
it's
you
like-
if you play shitty, but it's like it's just nice to have that option
this is
and
getting off
there's-
base. This is getting off base
for sure. We gotta tie it back into JUCO.
Yeah, but it's like it's rare to see like the JUCO route be like a real thing right now because of how crazy the transfer portal is with college baseball.
yeah, for sure.
It's there's more outliers in the JUCO route than there is like, oh, he went JUCO and he like came out and prevailed.
Yeah, I mean, it's more what you were saying earlier. It's like if you do go the JUCO route now, it's like okay, if your goal is to play,
You might be dumb as bricks.
If
Too.
you-
That's
you might
part
be
of it.
an
If you have a
idiot.
horrible GPA,
you might be an
you don't
idiot.
have an option. Like there's literally criteria for you to go D1 or
you
D2
gotta
or D3.
if you got like a 1.3 coming out of high
no,
school,
good luck.
have fun at JUCO, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like what you were saying. If you want to go if you want to go ACC and you can't go out of high school, your best option is either go JUCO and then mid-major and then ACC, or go like D3, D2, low D1, be an absolute fucking beast, and then maybe go ACC. So it's like dude, it's tough.
Yeah.
JUCO might not be the move.
Dude, there's dudes that like Jack Billings, like he went VTech. He didn't last like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like he ended up going to Coastal after he went RCGC. But like once again, he was an ACC talent.
Yeah.
Out of high school, went ACC, didn't sniff it. Like he went mid-major. I mean, Coastal was good too when he was there.
Yeah.
But like didn't sniff it. So it's like it's just hard. It's
not easy.
hard. But then there's also the kids where it's like they'll go there out of high school and then they'll end up going to a D3 because they couldn't hang.
That's so. There's the other end
Or
of the
they want
spectrum.
to, or they want to go home. So there's like
100%.
a lot of different sides to it where it's like they go away, didn't like it, or they got cut, or it wasn't a good fit. They miss home, like a lot of different things going on.
Like
and then they go to be the big fish in the small pond.
Your local D3 or D2 might be stacked with like ACC or SEC kids. Bro, the PSAC
You guys always talk about the PSAC.
is fucking loaded with former Power 5 kids. Loaded. Like the PSAC is gross. If you don't know what the PSAC is, it's Pennsylvania. What does the S stand for?
I don't know.
It's
You're
a
the one
D2.
talking about the
It's
PSAC, and
a
you're asking me
D2.
what it stands for.
It's a D2 conference in Pennsylvania, and it is legitimately
Is
one
Lander in there?
of Landers in there. Landers in South Carolina, motherfucker.
Fuck Lander.
It's legitimately one of the best, if not the best, Division II conferences in the country.
Millerville's in it, isn't it?
Millersville's in it.
Millersville's good.
Westchester.
Westchester's good. They won a
yeah.
World Series. I think them and Millersville have won a World Series at some
Yeah,
point.
like you see what I'm saying? They're fucking good. The PSAC is a fucking
You know
good
who's Millersville
conference.
guy? Chas McCormick.
Chas McCormick is a Millersville guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starter
He
for
is.
the Ashers.
That's very true. The fuck's his name? Joey Wendell. Not really a big name anymore in the majors, but he was
kinda
on the
sucked.
Rays. Westchester guy.
I'm gonna say I love that.
He
cat.
was in the show.
That cat could ball.
He was in the show. But anyway, we're getting off topic here, guys. That's JUCO. Bottom line, go where you're going to play. Like, if you have aspirations of going to play ACC, SEC ball, and then, like, going to play pros, there's a bunch of different ways to do it, whether it's JUCO, low D3, D2, D1, whatever. Keep working, do your thing, and keep watching the Pro Source Pod. Peace.